Hello and welcome, Aquarius. This is your 5 card tarot card overall energy reading for the time period between November 1st and the 15th of 2020. It is a general reading for the larger collective of Aquarians and is intended for informational purposes. The information may not resonate with everyone, and it's totally okay. Please take what fits and let the rest go. To save time, I've already shuffled the cards and requested the universal guidance, and the cards that were selected were ejected on their own during the shuffle. The first card here represents your past influence, the major energy that was occurring during the last few months. In some cases, that major energy may have resolved. In other cases, it may still be lingering. The second card here represents your present energy during this time frame. The third card here represents your future energies during this time frame, things that are on the horizon. The fourth card here represents the energy of any challenges that you may face. This doesn't mean anything negative. It could be just information to be aware of. In most cases, you're presented with options and to consider and use your own free will. And the fifth card here represents the energy for your outcomes during this time frame of November 1st through the 15th of 2020. So, we have the King of Swords here. This is in your past influences, Aquarians, angel and spirit guides. Please help us understand for Aquarians why the King of Swords here is in their past influences during this time frame, please. Well, Aquarians, we know that the King of Swords here represents intellectual power and authority. It typically represents courage and intellect, and those skills are used to achieve whatever the King of Swords desires. I'm picking up for many Aquarians that you were sort of in a place of power, or you were pushed in a position of authority and respect during this time frame. Many of you were able to stand firm to sort of your truth and expressing yourself, and particularly with a deeper conviction than normal. As a result, other people were paying attention to you and had to listen to what you had to say. I'm also picking up that for many Aquarians, the King of Swords here also indicates that you were either seeking or you attained sort of a better clarity of mind and how you were perceiving the truth of issues that were coming to you. In some cases, you had to take the lead, or were at least given the opportunity to take the lead in some situations that you were presented. And many of you were in a position to sort of be able to judge objectively the situations and appropriately, and you were able to sort of identify limiting behaviors that perhaps were getting in the way. Many of the Aquarians, you were demonstrating, ability to maintain your emotions. Sometimes you could be a little straightforward and to the point, but for the most part, you were able to get to the matter and be quite efficiency, and those around you appreciated that. You were able to do it with sort of that caring and sympathetic energy as well, which was very important, and that was needed at the time. I'm also picking up the King of Swords encouraged Aquarians to use their logic and intellect and sort of navigating whatever path that they were working on in whatever direction. There again was sort of this need to make firm and well-researched decisions. There was an emphasis on being fair in your interactions with others. And also to sort of take a look at situations that were presented, again, with a balance. I'm picking up that many of you were able to demonstrate that you were able to do was sort of be impartial and have insightful decisions that you made. In some cases, Aquarians, the King of Swords also, demonstrates that some of you either sought out or you provided sort of advice to others. In some case, some of you might have reached out to an attorney or financial advisors or some sort of consultant on some matter. You sought somebody who had a solid reputation and had good knowledge to help you in that particular field that you were researching. It was helpful for you to sort of draw upon that experience and get a better understanding of whatever rules and procedures that were pertaining to the subject that you were researching. I'm picking up that this person was able to provide you sort of relevant guidance and expertise. And it was, I'm picking up for some, it was about a specific knowledge that you were seeking. In other cases, Aquarians, if you didn't seek, for those who didn't seek perhaps or consult an expert for some sort of information that you were seeking, the King of Swords here also just suggests that, you know, some of you perhaps were just searching legal or financial advice on your own. And that could have been through Google search or library or someplace. And, you know, because for some reason you were expecting or anticipating some sort of change. And you were just sort of searching your different opinions and sort of getting the information with the goal to sort of be, you know, have a step ahead of something before it happens. And you were basically just trying to be prepared of what your rights were, and perhaps outcomes and benefits for that. In some cases, you know, you were doing it because you needed to be an advocate or perhaps even a mentor to somebody else, and it could have been a family member or just, you know, official, work related or informal. In your present energy, you have the Major Arcana card. You have the Magician here. Angels and Spirit Guides, please help us understand for Aquarians why the Magician is showing up in the upright position in their present energy, please. Well, Aquarians, we know the Magician is an expert at manifestations. You know, a magician can bring, you know, all the tools and all the resources and the energy that you are needing right now, Aquarians. And this is very serious. In your present energy during this time frame, Aquarians, you know, you're going to receive everything at your fingertips if you haven't already. This could be a spiritual fire. This could be physical, the earth. This could be mental, the air. This could be emotional, water. These are all sort of resources that are at your availability to help you manifest whatever you're wanting to desire right now. It's encouraging you to combine any of those energies along with the spiritual and sort of your earthly realms, because, you know, that will really help your manifestation take off. The key here that I'm picking up here with the Magician being in your present energy is it's important for you to sort of recognize and bring any of these tools together synergistically, because you're going to have a greater impact in what you create than doing it separately. Think of this as alchemy at its best. I'm also picking up that the Magician here being your present energy for Aquarians is letting you know this is a perfect time to move forward on an idea that you recently conceived. Think of it as, you know, you sort of planted the seed, but your seed has sprouted, and now it's time for you to take action and cultivate it. You know, I'm picking up that the skills, capabilities, and knowledge that you've gathered for this particular path that's you know, leading you right now, you have it, and even though you may not be a total expert at it, that you have enough to sort of get your this program off to a good start, and bring it to a reality. I think for other Aquarians, you know, some of you are still wanting to manifest your goals, and if you're having a little challenge in the past of manifesting them, the universe here is giving you a signal to, you know, remind you that it's important to establish a clear vision about what it is that you're wanting to create and what you're asking for. And it's important to follow the laws of attraction. And sometimes if you're asking for something that's very too specific, whether it's money, status, or fame, the universe is not going to deliver it to you if you're too specific. So if that's something that you've been waiting for and feeling frustrated, this is an opportunity to bring it back, and to manifest, and the things that you're wanting, put it in more general terms and less specific terms. It's also important to not keep wondering every day, why does it come, why does it come, because that sort of creates a negative energy. Sometimes you just have to let it out and let it go and let the universe take care of it. It will come to you when it's needed. But most importantly, this is an opportunity again to sort of reassess what it is that you're manifesting. And again, if you're too specific with two issues or dates or times, you may need to bring it back and be more general specific. And it's also to remember with the laws of attraction that you also have to sort of visualize how it's going to make you feel. So if you're asking for lots of money, you also have to visualize how money will make you happy, and how is it going to bring you joy. Because the universe will not deliver anything that that isn't good for you, I guess, if you're not balancing that. So this is a powerful time for you Aquarians, and this is a great sort of creative energy. It's an opportunity to bring your higher self into alignment, and it's reminding you Aquarians to sort of pay attention to your day-to-day actions and your activities, because and being thankful every day for what it is that you have, because that will greatly help you with your manifestations. And it's about staying in the positive as best as you can, and keeping that positive energy. In our future energies, we have the Princess of Cups for our future. And keep in mind, in other tarot cards, it's called the Page. We know that pages basically are messenger cards. So angels and spirit guides help us understand for our Aquarians why the Princess of Cups or Page of Cups is in their future energies for this time period, please. Well, it's kind of in line with these previous cards here for your Aquarians. The Page of Cups here I'm picking up is suggesting for Aquarians that you have a new idea or opportunity is coming to you, and it's going to come out of the blue if it hasn't occurred already. This is about using your creative energy, because you're going to feel it flow. And the question that you are going to be presented with is how you're going to express it. You have to ask yourself, are you going to snap up this new idea and turn it into something that you would like, or are you going to let someone else sort of take care of it and just ignore it? Your future energies here basically is saying that it's going to be up to you to determine what it is that you want to do. So do you spend some time exploring the idea, or let it go? Again, the Princess or Page of Cups here is an invitation, and it's giving you permission, Aquarians, to sort of be open and curious about what it is that you want, and be open to anything. This is about sort of using your curious mind and think of things could appear in anywhere and out of the blue. Sometimes that you may not even situations that you could be thinking about. So this could be like you're walking down the street and sometimes something triggers a memory, or some sort of thing pops in your head and you go like, that was interesting. But if you let it go, those little signs or the universe is sort of giving you things that perhaps you're unconsciously thinking of that have an interest to you. So pay attention to the small things that sort of pop up, and keep track of them, because there may be some things that have meaning to you that you may perhaps want to work on. Aquarians, the pages or princes here often appear when the universe is encouraging you to trust your intuition. And right now I'm picking up the energy here is to for Aquarians to sort of be open to a multitude of intuitive messages that will come to you. And this is about looking at the synchronicities and signs from nature that will guide you along the way, and they often will come in unexpected places. And keep in mind that sometimes they may not even make sense to you, which is why you need to pay attention to the little things that sort of pop up that you sort of question, like, why was I thinking about that? Because in that case, by tracking it, it's an opportunity to discover sort of new aspects of yourself. Um, and this is, think of it, as they say, as sort of following the intuitive breadcrumbs. One intuitive clue is going to lead you to the next intuitive clue, into the next, into the next, and pretty soon, if you sort of track them, you're going to paint your own picture, and it's going to bring forward something that perhaps you haven't really been thinking about on a conscious level. Um, but you, by doing so, you're going to find yourself in a better alignment. And by doing this is also going to bring you happiness. So this is all about trusting your intuition, Aquarians, and going with the flow. I'm also picking up there's a practical side to the Page or Princess of Cups here. In some cases, I'm picking up the energy for Aquarians is, you may be receiving an unexpected sort of but pleasant surprise. Keep in mind that the pages here are messenger cards, as I said, and with the Page of Cups or Prince of Cups, this is about receiving a message that's going to be related around emotions or intuition or creative. Sort of in a creative endeavor is what I'm picking up here. In some cases, this could come a form in a birth of a baby, perhaps not yours, but somebody you know close. It could be an engagement or a marriage of somebody you know or yourself. It could probably be a potential new love interest or a new project, but it's going to be something uh, that brings emotion and happiness. Um, um, so don't be surprised if something pops up, because this is allowing you sort of to anticipate it, and to be able to receive it when the moment comes, whether it's someone around you or it implies to you. Hmm. In your challenges here, Aquarians, we have the Seven of Cups. Um, Angels and spirit guides, please help us understand what the Seven of Cups is in the challenges energy for this reading for our Aquarians, please. Well, in many cases, along with your prior cards, this is sending me a message for Aquarians that the Seven of Cups here is about, again, new opportunities, about choices. However, sometimes it could be the illusion of such. Um, you know, when with the Seven of Cups here being in your challenge energy, I'm picking up that many Aquarians are going to be presented with options, and you're going to have some opportunities from which you can sort of choose. Your challenge is going to be is to make sure whatever your choice is not based on an illusion or unrealistic ideals. Um, these are the things that promises of lots of money or more fame or quick schemes or uh, anything that sounds a little too good to be true. The universe is saying be wary of those. Do your research before you invest too much, and look deeper at such offers, because in most cases they're going to not be what you want them to be. So it may flatter your ego in some ways, and that your ego could pull you in a certain direction. But this energy card is basically encouraging you to check with your higher self. And evaluate your options and dig below the surface to discover what really is involved in these choices that are going to be presented to you. The Seven of Cups also, for some Aquarians, is an energy that of wishful thinking, and sometimes this may be more towards projecting towards your future, about what it is that Aquarians that you'd rather create and what you would like to become, and what sort of changes that you need to make right now in your present. It could be as simple as you want to stop drinking coffee or less coffee, or you want to be in better shape. It's those things. It doesn't have to be anything hugely big, but it's just sort of a choice, that something that you want to make that's pertaining to you, sort of a self-improvement or a change. But keep in mind, yeah. The challenge I think in here is Also, that you have to be ready to make those changes. So the ideas such as these sort of self-improvements may come to you, but your challenge is that, or are you going to do something about it? Um, so the challenge is, are you going to spend more time wishing that those things are going to take place, or are you going to do the work? That's what your challenge is, Aquarians. In some cases, I'm picking up that it's an opportunity to sort of self-review what you're working on, or are interested in, because some of your things may not be grounded in reality, and whatever sounds a little bit too wonderful, or too grandiose, when it comes down to implementing them, Aquarians, you may realize that you don't have it in you, or to put in the work to get it. So it's an opportunity to review it. Um, Yeah, I'm also picking up. It's funny. Again, this word of shiny new syndrome. This is about you being aware that things may pop up that seem really great, and you want to just dive in. But this is about sort of finding the next big thing, and perhaps that you're getting all excited about something that's presented to you. But this is about verifying and checking what this is, and to focus on one goal. So there may be a lot of things that are looking sparkly and attracting to you, but don't overextend yourself. Pick one and work on it and finish it. That's the key here. If you try to multitask, you're not going to have much success. So focus on one thing. Aquarians, I'm also picking up that this is an invitation for you to sort of move out of your idea phase, and make a selection, make a choice. So it's important for you to sort of balance those pros and cons. Um, have a strategic plan, how you want to work on it, or spend time on it, and make sure that's in alignment with your purpose and your highest good. Um, and because if you don't, you're probably going to feel paralyzed, and you're going to reach a stalemate, and then you won't be able to go any further. So outlining a strategic plan and preparing for any sort of obstacles, you will have better success. And in our outcomes, we have the Two of Cups. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand for our Aquarians why the Two of Cups in the upright position is in their outcomes for this time period, please. Well, I'm picking up here, Aquarians, that the Two of Cups here is about love. I mean, you see two people here. They're romantically. There's a sense of compassion here. It's about a deeper connection, whether it's in a deeper friendship or a deeper relationship or deeper partnerships in work. But it's about having shared values and shared compassion, and around unconditional sort of love feelings. This is about, like I said, it's about having a deeper connection in who you're interacting with. Um, in some cases, these are in the early stages, I'm picking up, but you're feeling that there's a potential for these relationships, whether it's platonic or not, is about there's a potential to grow and develop this relationship into something that's more fulfilling and rewarding for you in the long term. I'm picking up there's a mutual respect and appreciation in this partnership, whether it's platonic or not. And you're feeling that energy that by working together, you're going to have a better understanding of reaching your goals and and um, and and just having success. So I'm picking up that during this time frame, some of you may be entering a sort of a new partnership, and again, it could be a new relationship, it could be friend or business. But the combining energy that you're with this person is about creating mutually beneficial relationships, one that is a win-win for both of you and both parties, and it's a very natural sort of feeling. It's about sort of just the natural ability to see eye to eye and to appreciate each other and what you can bring to the table. Um, for some Aquarians, if you're involved in a romantic relationship, I'm picking up the Two of Cups is going to show you're going to have a deeper reunion, even a more better connection, and even a much better or stronger mutual attraction. This is both physical and soul connection attraction, the kind that sort of leaves you with butterflies in your stomach for like new or weak in the knees. But you're gonna have this feeling that you bring out the best in each other, and there's a higher potential of this relationship. Um, there's an exchange of emotion that's typically heartfelt, and I'm going to pick up whether it's platonic or not. It's a relationship that you feel both parties are going to do whatever it needs to be supportive of one another. Um, you know, for some Aquarians, this Two of Cups could represent a marriage or a proposal or even an engagement um, around the horizon. For business relationships, the Two of Cups, I'm picking up Aquarians. This is about both of you are on the same wavelength, and that you find that you're finding that you're on a similar vision and creating together. That you may not have the same skills, but what you're finding is you're balancing your skills, and there's a nice synergy of that's working. You may be better at one thing, and this other person has the matching skills in something else, and it's a nice blend. It's a nice partnership, and I'm picking up the partnership's going to be built sort of on trust and harmony and even mutual respect. And this could be true of just someone that you were meeting as a friend as well. It's that sort of energy. I'm picking up it's going to have good communication with one another, and again, there's going to be a focused, shared alignment, which is very nice. Um, the universe would also say that for business relationships, keep in mind it's have a good contract, of course, and agreement, because that's always smart for business relationships. Awesome. There you have it, Aquarians. Nice. So I want to say thank you very much, Aquarians, for clicking on this video. I definitely appreciate it. If you'd like to support this channel, understand, you probably heard a million times, the YouTube algorithms depend on what I call the big three: clicking on like the video, clicking on subscribe to the channel, and clicking on the notification button. You're not going to see a lot. You won't be bombarded with emails or spam or anything like that. You might see a little number in your icon on your YouTube page. But these three things are critical for algorithms for the YouTube, and they use them in order to promote channels to a wider audience. I'm still relatively a brand new channel, and this will help YouTube promote my video, and I would appreciate it. And so, of course, if you see it's fit, but I would appreciate your support if you feel like it. So thank you very much for that. Feel free, Aquarians, to leave a comment if you feel any part of this reading was applicable to you. And again, if it didn't resonate with you or a part of it didn't resonate, it's totally okay. This is a general reading for the larger collective. Let it go, and it's good. So, Aquarians, thank you so much again for this, and we'll see you in the last 2 weeks of November. Enjoy.